So darling, darling, stand by me. Oh, stand.
Hey everyone, Chivos here, bringing you another episode of the Melbourne Victory Save, and today it is time for our first ever competitive game in football. It's our competitive debut. We are playing against Melbourne City, that is right, the big dogs. But we're bigger. We are the original team from Melbourne. We are the OG. And let's have a look at what's been happening, shall we? So the first thing we need to note is the fact that we've had a bit of a transfer window. That is correct. So since the last time I saw you, we have made some signings. The first, none other, Salvatore Mastronanzio did make it to the club. That is correct. He has come in as our backup striker for the season. Hopefully we can get him some regular football, some goals. I don't know how regular football is actually going to be, but goals will be helpful. You know, you check his history. I don't know, he must have come out of retirement. But 3 goals last season in 14. It's not the best, but I'll tell you what, I'm not going to argue his career record, 1 every 3. It's pretty average, but it's all right. And then the other player we brought in was Hagi Gligor, the defensive midfielder I was looking at, probably going to replace Rashid Mahazi. We just need a better depth, and Hagi Gligor can develop to be a better player with regular football. Is it going to happen? I don't know, but the point is he's 21, time to develop. There's a bit of potential there. You check his history as well. Plenty of time in the A-League, 4-11, 3-8, you've made 26 appearances. So technically, he's played a season in the A-League. Schedule-wise, we have played a few friendlies. I'll show you what's been happening. The first, a 6-0 win against the Melbourne Victory Youths. Bessart Brisha, 8-minute hat-trick, fan, bloody-tastic. The second, a 3-0 win against Fortuna 60, the team I used to play against as a kid. That is right. We beat them 3-0. Comfortable result there. Then a 6-1 win against Light United. Just dominated them. Absolutely dominated them. And then we had a 4-0 win against Melbourne Lions, which is, again, 4 wins in 4 games. Now, as you can see, we do play a lot of friendlies. I am going to cut this back. We do have the FFA Cup, which starts today against Melbourne City. But the other thing we need to note, this is going to go throughout the season, the pre-season, should I say. So the thing we need to look at is FFA Cup is going to be our priority throughout the pre-season, with the friendlies, just a few games here and there. If I have to cancel, I will cancel. Staff-wise, as you can see, I have brought in a couple of scouts when I came in, and we could not scout anyone purely because we didn't have any scouts. So I brought in a couple. As you see, we've got a chief data analysis, a director of football. We've got 3 scouts, a head physio, a chief doctor, 2 physios, a manager, assistant manager, general coach, fitness coach, goalkeeping coach, and head of youth development. So we're quite set. The scouting staff, the best scouts that were available to us, I think we signed 3 of them, which is fantastic. A good scouting network is going to help us out for the future. But that does bring us to today's game and the tactic. As you can see, the 4-2-3-1, my favourite formation, is how we're going to line up. Bessart Brisha starts up top. Rojas on the right. Truisi on the left. Bozanic in behind the striker. Valeri and Broxham going to play in the middle. Broxham, the ball-winning midfielder. We want him to drop a little bit deeper. Negro and Jeria, the 2 fullbacks, very, very good players. We have Barrow and Ansel playing the centre-half roles with Thomas in goal. On the bench, we're going to have Alistair Bray, Daniel Jagewski, we're going to have James Donachie. Josh Cavallo is not going to go. We're going to have Hagi Gligor on the bench, Maxi Beister, Fahid Benkalfella, and Salvatore Mastronanzio as well, going to be in the starting lineup. The other games being played today, we have Adelaide United taking on Central Coast Mariners. This could be huge for us, as a A-League opponent is going to be knocked out of the first round of the FFA Cup. And as you can see as well, the Sydney Derby is being played as well. That is huge for us once again. Another A-League team being knocked out. We couldn't ask for more, could we? But we go to the preview now, and as you can see there, it looks like they're going to play a 4-3-3, as I like to call it, defensive midfielder. This is obviously how we're going to line up. We have seen that already, but as you can see, we might struggle because they're not fully fit. As you can see, match fitness is almost there, but just regular fitness, the physical condition, is lacking. This will get better throughout the preseason, when we play more games. Now, we'll submit the team. We got 5 substitutes. We have to give 4 squad numbers. Hagi Gligo, defensive midfielder. Let's note that. He's going to get the number 14. We've got Fahid Ben Kalfella. Winger, I tell you what, we'll give him 18. Doesn't deserve the 9 or the 7. And why? Rojas. He's the man this year in the real Hyundai A-League. I think he's got 10 goals, 7 assists. He's playing incredibly. They call him the Kiwi Messi. We'll go with it for the series. Marco Rojas gets the number 7. And Salvatore Mastronunzio, the backup striker, number 9, striker's number. Of course, we're going to give it to him. Now, as we were saying, the game, we are the favourites going into the game. 6-4. The draw was 2-1, and Melbourne City 13-8. Not going to happen, I'll tell you that now. So who... Bloody hell, look at that. Look at that. Brisbane Roar have scored a lot of goals so far in the FFA Cup. But as it says here, the key man for Melbourne Victory, Alan Barrow, our centre-half. The key man for Melbourne City is going to be Thomas Sorensen, the goalkeeper. And how do we line up? We've got a tunnel interview. I've had plenty of time to think and prepare, ready to go out and do what I came here to do. Win football matches. That's right, I'm here to win. It's Derby Day. How much you look forward to taking on your local rivals. Let's be passionate and say it's a tremendous occasion. The atmosphere is something to behold. We love Derby Day. Hopefully we can harness the energy and intensity of the day and send the fans home happy. Now, as you can see, this is how they're going to line up. They've got Colazo, Malik, Chapman, Rattray, and Sorensen in goal. Bratton, Cahill, and Kilkenny in the centre. These 3 are going to be the men to watch. As you can see, Tim Cahill, the marquee man, the Socceroos legend. As you can see, he's on 40 grand a week. It's ridiculous, but he is a quality player. Far, far too good for this league. What is going to happen though? Who knows? Are we going to contain him? We've got Kuzmanovsky on the left, Fernando Brandan on the right, and we have Crowley starting up top. On the bench, Tongyik Bazanis, Fitzgerald Arzani Caceres, Manny Muscat, and Ivan Franich. Now, the thing I want to look at is Melbourne City don't have Fornaroli playing. The captain, Bruno Fornaroli. Now, let's just have a look at the senior squad for a second. Here we go. Bruno Fornaroli's injured. So there you go. He's out. That's huge for us. 2 days. He could have been the decisive factor in this fixture. But that's changed. That is good for us. Now, we have Bruce Kamau out. Potential up-and-coming winger. Could be huge for the Socceroos. But he needs to develop. But he's out as well. And Corey Gamero, the striker, another player for Melbourne City who is also out of the fixture today. Team instructions, how are we going to play? I think we need to man-mark Tim Cahill. As we know, he's going to be the man to watch. We're going to mark him. We're going to close him down. We're not going to give him time on the ball. We can't afford it. The team talk, we're going to tell the boys to go out there and get a win. It's Derby Day. Let's get a win. Let's switch the camera back to 2D Classic and let's go. Let's go, boys. Let's win the Melbourne Derby in the FFA Cup first round. Let's see what can we make of the cup, the magical FFA Cup. First highlight of the game, Brisha's got a knock, a facial injury. That's not good. He's our key man. I'm expecting big things from Bez, and now he's out. But Bozanic puts the ball in the back of the net. It's 1-0 after 5 minutes. We take the lead in the Melbourne Derby, the FFA Cup first round. What a start. My professional debut. Valeri, ball out to Negro. Negro, what's he do? Ball in, Bozanic, header. Easy does it, mate. Easy does it. It's 1-0, 5 minutes in. Besart Brisha is going to play on. It looks like we might have to sub him at halftime, but once again, fitness is going to come into this, as well as the score. The score. If we're losing, we have to keep Bez on. If we continue to win, I'm sure we can bring him off. And don't forget, Mastronunzio can make his debut, which could be huge for us. Now imagine if Mastronunzio scores on his debut. That would be a moment. Speaking of moments, we have another one here. Bazanic's on the ball. The goal scorer finds Broxham. Broxham out wide to Jeria. Jeria, can he whip this ball? And he does. Barisha scores. It's 2-0. Derby Day. I bloody tell you, it's Derby Day. 2-0. Besart Barisha's injured. He doesn't care. He's got a facial injury. What's he do? Does he head it in? Here's Jeria. Nice ball in across the ground. Besart Barisha just taps it in. Sorensen, you're an ex-Premier League goalkeeper. You need to be doing better than that. Despite your age, you should be doing better. Speaking of better, I couldn't ask for more from the boys. It's 2-0. We're playing fantastic. We're going to go out here and say, you're doing bloody well. But we are going to make some changes. As you can see, Cavalieri's lacking a bit. So is Bessart Brisha. James Truisi one to watch as well. Now, I think the main thing here, we're going to take off Bez. He's injured. Salvatore Mastronanzio can come on. We've got a 2-goal lead now. We can back off a bit as well. Cavalieri, Captain Carl. We don't want him to get injured. Bring him off. Hagi Gligor can come on. There you go. Much, much better. Second half, we've made 2 subs. Let's see what develops. It could be huge. Keep an eye on number 9, Mastronanzio. He could be a goal scorer. A highlight though, the way of Melbourne City. Crowley's on the ball. Kuzmanovski, ball in. Back post, Retre. What's Lawrence Thomas done there? What has Lawrence Thomas done there? Paolo Retre has scored. I question what Lawrence Thomas has done here. The ball comes all the way out. Don't get me wrong, that's a good ball. We should be defending better than that. Outside of the boot, lobbed it. Thomas out of position. Not good enough, Thomas. We've made 2 subs. Rojas is on a 6.4. He whips a ball in and Ansel heads it home. It's 3-1. It looks like we're going through. We've still got about 35 minutes left to play, but it looks like we are going through. Here you go, Rojas on the corner. Nice ball in. Ansel leaping header. The goalkeeper's way out of position. And the boys on the post just got their heads down in shame. It's disappointing. But here we go. He's Gligor, the new recruit on the ball. Can we find Mastronanzio? That's what I want to see. Not yet. Crowley with the ball now. Is he going to break for Melbourne City? It looks like he is. Allen's on it. Gligor. Bazanik picks up the scraps. Triuisi. Mastronanzio. What's he going to do? He holds up so far. He finds Rojas on the right-hand side. Rojas back to Broxy. Broxham. Ansel. We're going to hold the play. We're going to go inside to Gligor. Gligor. What's he going to do? He finds Broxham. Can we find Salvatore Mastronanzio? We can't. Here's Triuisi. Sorensen with the save. We will take the corner. But I am quite surprised that we haven't got the ball to Salvatore yet. Here's Rojas on the corner. Ball in. Cleared by Chapman. Jerry is there. Plenty of time. Finds Broxy. Nothing doing. It's highlight after highlight at the moment. Jeez Louise. The ball's in now. Melbourne City have it. Chapman passes over Kilkenny. They've just crossed the halfway line now. Gligor, great interception. Here's Triuisi. Are we going to break here? Can we find Salvatore? No, we've given it straight to Bratton. Sorensen's on it. Can we collect this? Negro. Gligor. Great. Ansel. Finds Triuisi. He beats the man. Look at Salvatore. He's free in the box. We can't find him. We just can't do it. It's not good enough. We need to find Salvatore. He's Fernando Brandon. Negro is going to get a red card. We're down to 10. That's a second yellow. Oh, what a mistake. What a bloody mistake. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to go like this. We're going to bring Jerry in. We're going to have to... Barrow, come in. We're going to have to drop Bazanik back. Drop Gligor back. Broxy, get back. Used to swap over. I think we're going to have to play like this. Bazanik doesn't really fit the role of the playmaker. I don't have another central midfielder who can fill the gap, though. We don't have very many options here. I'm not liking this at all. We could play further up, like this. I'll tell you what. We'll just cancel everything. We'll go back. I've got a new plan. I do have a new plan. We'll go back, okay? Negro can't play anymore. So what do we got? We want a left back. Bazanik's going to come off. We'll just do the smart thing. We'll bring on Jajewski and play him at left back. Why didn't I think of that in the first place? We're not playing inverted. No way. I don't have that much faith in Daniel Gajewski. So we're going to play a 4-2-3. There's nothing else I could do. We've got 10 men with half an hour to go. Highlight here. Gajewski, clearance. He only finds Bratton though. Kuzmanovski, Kilkenny, Arzani, Thomas, great save. Routine save, let's call it. I'm a bit worried. Fitness-wise, look at it. It's all red. I'm very worried. Here's a Retre. the pressure's coming. I think we need to go a bit defensive here. Here's Ansel. Clears, not far enough. Kilkenny's on it. Muscat, Kuzmanovski, Bratton. We need to be careful. Here's Fernando Bratton. It's not Fernando Bratton, it's Fernando Brandon. Got Bratton and Brandon mixed up. I think we're going to drop this attacking. We're going to control the play. And we're going to go a bit flexible. I tell you what, no, we'll go structured. Stay structured. Control it. Let's just slow the play down. Play our own game. We've got 2 minutes left to go. And it looks like we are through to the FFA Cup second round, which is fan-bloody-tastic. I tell you that. Now, there you go, a 3-1 win. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier. We have won my first ever game. Negro, disappointed with the red card. But it's Derby Day. He's an important player. Negro is a very important player. We have 3 different goal scorers on the day. It's fantastic. We've won. Central Coast and Adelaide United have drawn at full time. Sydney FC have knocked out Western Sydney Wanderers. No surprise there. Man of the match was Paulo Retro. No surprise. You know, he did score for the losing team. Now there you go. The FFA Cup first round win. Bessa Brush injured. What's he got? A facial injury, injured after jumping. He can play through his injury with wear protective equipment for 12 to 15 days. We could send him to the doctor for 2 to 3 days. I'll tell you what, we'll send him to the doctor. We don't need him for 2 to 3 days. Give him a rest. We can afford a rest. Barrow made his debut. Gligor and Salvatore Mastronunzio all made their debuts today, which is good to hear. Negro has been banned for 1 match. We're not going to appeal, you know. And I'll tell you what, we're just going to give him a warning. Yep, we've warned him. He accepted it. Good on you, Stefan. That's professional. The post-match, what do you reckon? Bessart Brisha was unfortunate to get an injury. I'm not a fan of it. John Van Schip, come on, mate. Grow up. What would you do to change the situation? Should there be sterner punishments? What can you do? Who cares? Today's results sees your team through the next round. Do you think we can go all the way? I do. We're Melbourne Victory. We're one of the powerhouses of Australian football. Why wouldn't I think that, Journo? Come on. Obviously, you don't like seeing your side concede goals. Surely you'll admit to Retro was a sensational effort. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And Retro... Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Now, schedule-wise, when is the FFA Cup second round? It is the 24th of the 8th. We have 3 friendlies. I'll tell you what, we're not going to go to them. The FFA Cup second round, forget it. You know, it's the second round. It's not going to be important. I think we'll probably draw quite an easy team if we're looking at it. We got Adelaide United, we've got North Star, you got all these teams here which are actually from the NPL and so on. Brisbane Roar won 7-0. So the second round is going to look quite easy for us. If it's going to be hard, then it's a different story. But apart from that, FFA Cup third round maybe, or Champions League quarterfinal. We will see what develops. We still have a lot of time to go. But if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash the like button. Subscribe to see more of the Melbourne Victory save. And hopefully, I catch you guys on another video.